In this video, I'm going to show you some different ways you can watch live sports, including live pay-per-views. Now, in some of my previous videos, I've already covered this, so if you want, you can go back and view those. But this video is made using the current setup, whereas those other videos were filmed using different setups of Kodi. So I'm right here in the sports section, and they have these application shortcuts at the bottom along with these smaller shortcuts at the top that go to different sections within certain add-ons. I just opened up the i4ATV Sports, and it if you've seen that other video, you understand how this works. They provide you with a list of channels.
At Ally Bank, no branches equals great rates. It's a fact.
They provide a list of channels, and you select the channel. And I explained that sometimes you get that error, which could be a result of there being too much traffic to the server, and then the device can't communicate with the server and pull up the stream. Another reason you might get that error is because your internet is having issues. So if your internet's not fast enough or strong enough to communicate with the server and connect to the stream, you might get that error, and you'll have to keep trying the channel until it loads. As you can see, I tried it again and it loaded. Now the MLB channel on the package I checked, I think it was like $60 a year for that one channel. So as you can see, we have it here. As you can see in the lower right, it says working and the circle spinning, which indicates that it's having a difficult time communicating with the web server. And that doesn't have anything to do with the device itself. That's always a result of internet issues, either your internet or the server being overwhelmed. And as I mentioned in the previous video, if you get tired of waiting, you can simply go to a different add-on and pull up the channel. And this is taking longer than I want to wait, so I probably will try to watch it somewhere else. Yeah, if it says working for that long, that means it's an internet issue. And like I said, it might not be your internet. It could be the server.
Touchdown connection for Rivers for Williams. Chargers take the lead 20-17.
It could be the server just being overloaded by a lot of people accessing that all at one time. And as you can see, when I first tried it, it didn't come in. I got that same error, but I tried it again and it opened up.
He had assist games of 11, 9, and 10. Almost helped the Sixers win 3 straight road games.
And you get the idea of how it works. You select the channel you want to watch. Okay, back to that main section. The next one I see here is Woody Sports, which is actually a shortcut to Woody within Phoenix. Once you get there, you might see that little dot, so you have to hit the select button and it takes you to the Phoenix. Then you select Woody, and if you want to watch replays of events that have already aired, such as like UFCs, you could go here. For live sports, you want to go back. You want to go to where it says live sports. And if you've seen my other video, you've seen how I show you how to watch live games, but of course there's nothing on now, but you can see what they had on yesterday. During the game, these links will be live, but obviously since it's already aired, they're not going to work. But the way it works is on game day, you'll see a list of every game that comes on that day, along with the time the game comes on. And as you select it, it will show the game. And I did that yesterday on this link here, this Dallas Cowboy Washington Redskins, and I made a video showing how to do that. And they do have these channels here that, even though there might not be a live game on, they still have these channels you can go to. And what it will do is, as you can see, it was replaying a game from yesterday. So I guess you can use that as a way to catch up. And like some of these channels, they won't work because they're made for when the game is actually live. And even though the other game was a replay, the reason why the link worked is because there's an actual game being aired. But in most cases, you just want to go here for live games. If you want to watch these channels, such as the NFL Network and Game Day, you need to go to an app that will let you watch live television and not just one that's specifically made for live sports. And if you go to this live events page, it'll show you some things that are on now. And it's after 9 but before 10, so probably the only thing that'll work is this Russian link, since that's the only thing that's on live. So I guess the only things airing live right now are these snooker and hockey games. So that gives you an idea of how you can use Woody within Phoenix. Now this football highlights is for UK football, not American football. So if you go there, you're just going to see soccer. And this Phoenix Live event is a shortcut to the one I just showed you that showed that hockey game. This Premier League is also UK sports, mostly soccer. And C-Cloud is similar to the other one I was at, where you get sports, but the other one's more focused on USA sports, and this one is more worldwide, and they have streams in different languages.
I'm going to play it on the side.
And I'm showing you that because I know a lot of people like soccer, so you can go on here and get some soccer games.
We need to know that, I mean, it's all the stuff starts with this horse, and, you know, when you think of give a lead.
That one's taking a minute to pull up the stream. It still says working.
You're out of the top. There you go. Oh, look at that.
And I think that FSC is for Fox Sports College.
I feel like that's where, if there's a country we're hoping to.
And the thing I like about this particular add-on is that you could watch a lot of foreign sports and things that you can't get on any cable package. And as you can see, they have our channels here too in the US. And you get these exotic channels that you don't find anywhere, like the Red Bull channel. And that's a look at some of the other channels, both the Spanish and American UFC. It seems like everyone has the ESPN stream. Okay, so that was Sea Clouds. Another good one is this UK Turks sports list. Trying to get back to the top of the list here. Okay. And this is another good one for international TV. And as you can see, when you select, they give you different links to choose from. So if one's down, you could try a different one. As you can see, it say it failed to play. And as you can see, I tried 4 links before it played, so that's why they provide alternative links on a lot of these channels, because sometimes if you provide just one link, that'll get overloaded quickly if everybody's trying to access it at one time. Trying to get to some US channels here. There's just so many channels here. Here's Fox Sports. Fox Sports 1. First link didn't work, so I'm gonna try the second one. Oh, it started opening right when I exited that, so I'm gonna wait a little longer on the first link. Go back here. And my internet is having some major issues, so everything is coming up very slow. And some of the things that probably would play are having issues because you can't communicate with the server.
Not a constant pressure and a constant headline.
And one thing I noticed is that a lot of the links that might not open up quickly in one app will open up every time in a different one. So that's why it's always good to have multiple sources of the same content.
Yeah, man, it's all the grills, right? Oh, nice.
And this one called Money Sports. It's also good for live sports and for pay-per-views. From here, I'm going to click on live sports again, and it pulls up this list. And this list will be a combination of free and pay-per-view events that air on a certain day. And it's an international sports list. So you'll see a lot of foreign sports, and you'll see a lot of US-based stuff as well. And if there's a pay-per-view, that would be listed as well. Currently, there's a lot of tennis going on today. But as you get down to like the 6 o'clock hour, you start seeing a lot more US stuff. There's the NBA games that come on. And of course they put this extra pay-per-view links, which would show things if there was an actual pay-per-view on today. But it's Monday, so there's nothing here. So I'm going to go to the main add-on page and show you some more add-ons you can use for sports. This Israel Live TV has a sports section where you can watch live sports, but it doesn't have pay-per-view, just other live sports that come on various free and premium cable channels. BBTS also has links to live sports, as well as the C Cloud. And the channel pair. And Dexter TV also has live sports. Most people are concerned about pay-per-view, so I'll just show you some that you can get pay-per-views from. Let's see. This NaviX is like the best add-on on here. It's a 11 years old and it has more content than any other add-on has, including pay-per-views. You should watch my video on how to use NaviX because it's somewhat complicated when you first use it, but after you get used to it, it'll be the one that you always want to use. This Money Sports is also good for pay-per-views, as well as this Operation RoboCop, Phoenix, and where's Sports Devil. Now I know it seems like I'm telling you a lot of different apps to use, but the reason I'm doing that is because I always like for there to be multiple sources of content. For example, on that last video, you saw that some of the channels I selected were buffering or weren't loading, but when I went to different add-ons, those same channels would come up. So you need to think of each add-on as a separate content provider. Some are better than others, and some have content that others don't provide. So if you can't find what you're looking for, or something doesn't launch in one add-on, don't think that that means you can't still access it through another add-on. So always remember to keep your options open and don't fall in love with a certain add-on and refuse to use any other ones because of it. If you do, you're going to miss out on a lot of content that's available.